Jackie reminds me a lot of my mother. I recognize this demon because we're going to call it what it is. This lady tried to hop a couch to get to someone who was defending their daughter. I've seen, quite frankly, enough. We're done talking, her and I. We're done talking. I didn't do anything wrong to Jackie. All I did was stand up for her daughter. So, give you grace for what?
Everybody, just calm down.
Girl, just calm down. Put me in a box.
We're in a singing mood today.
For a little while.
Oh, okay.
Saying girl.
Not mad. Well, look at what we have here.
She's starting.
Hello, everyone. All right. Well,
girl,
hello,
wipe that
everyone.
camera. Wipe that camera, girl. Wipe that camera again, girl.
Oh, it looks crazy?
Yeah, it looks a little there we go. Yeah.
Okay. It's probably when I move my camera and, Anyway, hello guys, and welcome to the Everybody Just Down podcast. I'm your host, Big Mama.
Big Mama.
And tell the people who you is, stranger.
Oh, my name is Aaron, aka Co Theory. A little tipsy.
I was gonna say, sweetie, you're giving. Ooh, sweetie, you giving Mike.
Well, I mean, am I giving Mike or is Mike giving me?
Fair. Well, guys, welcome to the Everybody Just Calm Down podcast. I already said that. Okay, so we will be reviewing the newest episode of Basketball Wives LA. Phew. All right. Well, let's dive in. So we open the show with Evelyn and her daughter. They're speaking about the B-Day trip really quickly. We get a clip of Brittany and her uncle Jerry. That was pretty random. And it was just a quick little montage. So then we get Jennifer, Jackie, Ty, Brandi, and of course, your favorite, the new girl, aka Denise.
After this episode, Denise, I'm gonna call her Denise from now on because I appreciated what she was doing this episode.
She tried.
Yeah. No, she did a good job in my opinion.
I think she did wrong person.
Well, she did what she was supposed to do. It's not on her for Jackie to accept it.
But that's what I'm saying, though. And for all those who watch this, who watch the show, Jackie Christie is going to be Jackie Christie. She has not changed and won't.
Fair.
So you shouldn't be shocked about that. But we got those ladies together for a little spa day, aka a little IV drip. That's what the girls do in LA when they need to come back to life. And Brittany basically goes off the rip with kicking Evelyn's back in.
Who does?
Brandi starts right off with kicking Evelyn's back into Jen.
Mm-hmm.
So she just basically was like, and your girl Evelyn. Like not really using her words essentially, but it was a quick little 1-2 before the other ladies came in.
I mean, but you wanted to be friends with her so bad, so that's what happened.
This is true. And then, all the ladies came in together, simultaneously, I guess, with each other. But then Jackie, honey, came in like the Queen of Sheba.
Mm-hmm.
She came in, made little old Denise move over in a chair, which I thought was very rude. And I wouldn't have gotten up if I were Denise. But again, I guess you do have to respect your elders. And the ladies start to basically recap Vegas. And the beef between Brittany and Jackie, essentially. Jackie states that Brittany can go on a pilgrimage and drip in holy water, and she wouldn't still have 2 words for her.
I struggle. I struggle with that just in terms of
the statement that she made.
No, I struggle with everyone have an opinion about Chantel and Jackie's relationship.
Yes.
I know you're coming from a good place, but it also is like, hey, dog, that's my mama. Hey, dog, that's my daughter. So I get it. They're coming from a good place, but I'm struggling with that balance. I'm struggling with that.
Well, yeah, because it's almost like when you're saying, well, I'm gonna mind my business, but
Right.
then you go into why you're not minding your business.
No,
So
fair.
I think all the viewers are really struggling with this because that's a weird relationship to have. Not a strange relationship with your mother, but then estranged and be around the estranged relationship. I think that's a dynamic we've never seen before. Because to be estranged is to be estranged, right? But to
Yeah.
cohabitate with each other and film with someone,
I don't
it's a
think
lot of
that's
work.
strange. I don't
You
think
don't
that's
think it's strange?
strange. I don't think that's strange. We see
Why
it every
not?
day. Because we see it every day. There's plenty of people that feel like they have like an odd relationship with their mother, and because they feel like there's an obligation, or
That's
because the
fair.
mother feels like there's an obligation. I'm your mother. You're supposed to interact with me. You're supposed to deal with me. That's how it goes.
Yeah, no, that's fair. No, that's
I don't
fair.
agree, but I mean
No,
that's how
no,
it
that's
goes
fair. I
though.
don't agree with it either. I mean, just in general, having a sour relationship, parent to child, is weird. So, and again, but you can't choose your
See, but
family. That's what they
but
say.
also too, that's the thing that we got to get away from as well, is calling it weird. Is actually, the more I get to know people, the more I talk to people, I realize that having familial issues with
Mhm.
those closest to you that's not
Yeah,
weird. Everybody has those issues. Everybody has
Mm.
those days. Everybody
Everybody
makes
makes
mistakes.
mistakes.
You get the bad. Meanwhile, she don't even like her daddy. She don't even like her
So,
daddy.
so you see,
Miley don't even like her
she
daddy.
actually doesn't like her father as well.
My
No, so
achy
there.
breaky heart.
So we're gonna ping pong because they really ping pong between the two scenes. So between Jackie, Denise, Ty, Brandi, and Jennifer at the spa IV drip. And then we move along to Brittany, Evelyn, Shawnee, and Ming, which I for
Chantel,
Shani.
you said Shawnee. It sounded like you said Shawnee, but go ahead.
Shani. Shani. I mean, that's what the mother call her. That's what I'm calling her.
No, it sounded like you said Shawnee instead of
Oh, nobody's talking
Shanny.
about that lady.
LOLs. But go
Um,
ahead.
but but also I will say this is gonna be Ming's last season because what's the storyline? Because when I saw her at the recap brunch with Evelyn and Shawnee, well, Shani, sorry, now I said Shawnee.
See, that's what I'm
Shani,
saying. You did it last time. I know I'm not
Shani,
crazy.
Shani, Brittany, I forgot that Ming was a part of the cast.
Well, she does, because she doesn't need to be a part of the cast.
She does not need to be a part of this cast. She needs to go back to Atlanta.
No, we're okay without her.
Oh,
But carry
okay.
on.
And Ming starts off with telling Shani she saw her trying to get away from her mom, but Jackie essentially just wasn't beat. And Shani basically says that her mom created this competition atmosphere um, between her and her father, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
And again, I thought that was an interesting statement that she said she was in competition with her father.
Yeah, I can see that. But that's why she said what she said. Like, don't make me, like, when she was threatening to call her dad. Like, that's what that was about. My issue with Shani,
There's an
and I
issue.
know a lot of, because there's a
Okay.
lot of people that are probably going to drag me for this.
Okay. Do you think she needs to toughen up?
No, not toughen up.
Um,
I'm really trying to decide how much I want to say, because, well, actually, I don't watch this basketball live, so I can say this.
okay.
For
Blank it out.
years since I have been on my own, supporting myself, there were times I would go home to Virginia and not see my parents. I would literally come home and not see my parents. And I had a lot of family members like, but those are your parents. No matter what your beef is with them or whatever the case may be, They gave birth to you. You should still go over there out of respect. And my thing was, yeah, I don't operate that way. If they don't want to work out our relationship or be honest and like actually have an adult relationship and try to figure out how to make our relationship better, then I don't understand why I need to go over there. And that's my issue with Shani. Chantel. And that is, why are you on this show?
Yeah.
Why would you even sign up? The same way that we dragged Jackie for allowing this to happen is the same way that I'm gonna look at Shani. If you know that you have this relationship with your mother, why even be put in that place? Why be in that world?
Let this play out?
Right. But if you know that she's not going to support you in the way that you need to be supported, why even get mad if you know she's gonna do the things? Maybe she thought because it was on camera.
But then because you've seen your mother on camera.
Well, no, let's even take it further back. You've already had this situation with your mother on camera years ago.
Years ago. And ain't nothing changed.
Right.
So, and again, so you see, that's where we're at with that situation. And then again, they do a really quick clip back to the spa with the ladies. And as they're clipping back, Jackie is eating little Miss Denise up.
Is she? She was doing a lot of talking in the confessional. She wasn't doing it in person. I feel like Denise was the one that was eating her up.
Well, we just talked about this. Denise was sitting in the chair saying, yeah, I still don't even understand what this is all about. And Jackie was turning herself up and saying, well, let me get up out of here. Let me catch my flight before I've been ragdoll her ass.
Yeah, but also Jackie said that when she was out of earshot outside the place. Jackie actually was the person that was avoiding this situation. In my opinion, Denise was the one like, oh, have you talked to Shani? Oh, you haven't? No, I haven't spoken to Shani. You know, she's mad at me. No, how does Jackie say it? Jackie played it like she was cool.
Yeah,
but then it was like,
and then Denise came back was like,
well, I heard she blocked you. Cool. Right, I heard she blocked you.
Yeah, and that was the trigger. Well, that was the trigger.
Yeah. But Jackie, again, a narcissist knows how to make herself look better. Jackie avoided the conversation. Jackie told all that trash in the confessional, and then she said, whatever she said about dragging her. But she said that when you was outside out of earshot.
Let's skip before that too. So after Denise said that, she blocked you. She was like, well, I don't have to do it. She played the mom card. Which her narcissistic ways came out.
I'll always be her mother.
Chantel, Nicole, Christie. The birthday, how much she weighed, how many ounces she was. Child, every mother know that.
Let me tell you, Broken Home's mom said that to me one time in a way to be in competition with me.
Like I got one up on you.
She said, I'll always be his mother. And I said to her, but guess what? I can do things for him that you could never do for him. You gonna suck his?
Hello?
I'm curious. Are you gonna him?
No, really, because you can't put him to bed like I do. You may have tucked him in once upon a time, bitch, but now Big Mama is tucking him in.
Hello, ma'am. I need you to understand that you're not making him bust nuts like I am.
It's over, sweetie.
Like, cut that out, girl.
So Brandi fake walks her out or whatever after she storms out. One of Jackie's many tantrums. So we move on to Jen and Brittany having lunch. And I really appreciated Jen in this moment. And every time we think that,
I did not.
I
did not.
Oh, you didn't?
Mm-mm.
I
was on Brit's side the whole time.
What I will say is I can't say I saw where Jen is coming because my mother is alive. But I saw she was not coming in a place of malice. That was that was a really natural conversation that Jen was having. We're so used to seeing Jen oh, you don't think so?
No, it was. I agree with you. No,
okay.
But I don't agree with what she was saying.
I think that this was the most organic I've seen Jen in a long time.
I agree with that. I do agree with that. Jen was in her, actually,
she was in her bag.
Can I make a note?
Yes.
One of my biggest fears in life, and it hasn't happened yet, and maybe because I grew up in social media, so therefore I will always be of the times, even with my own aesthetic. I will always be of the times. Jennifer, I need you to get with the times. The chinchillas, the furs, it's very dated. The style, it is very dated. It's
You
not
saying it's
moving
giving
with the
big Ange? It's
times.
giving Mob Wives?
Yeah, it's not growing. Like, it's not moving with the times. It's not. I'm not asking for you to be in like skin tight, Fashion Nova or stuff like that. But it's her style is becoming very dated. It's not elevating in the way that I need it to elevate.
Right.
But I'm sorry. Let's go back to Jen and
No,
Brit.
basically, Jen wanted to get to the bottom line of the Jackie and the Brittany beef, and really her mommy issues.
And I love Brittany for saying this.
Mm-hmm.
I get what you're saying about all that stuff about your mother. Like, all the advice you're giving about this mother-daughter relationship, I can tell that you had a phenomenal relationship with your mother.
Right.
That's not everybody's experience. So keep your mouth shut. And that's what Brit was trying to explain to her. You're giving me advice based off of the relationship you've had with your mother. Like, you had a phenomenal relationship with your mother. Y'all were girls. Y'all really enjoyed each other.
Yeah.
Not everybody has that.
And that's
so
a really
when
lucky
you
thing
jump
to have.
in, yes. So when you jump in and say things like, well, that's your mother, and da 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 da. I want you to understand you are making me, and when I say me, I'm speaking from Shani's and Brit's experience.
Right.
You are making me seem like I'm just such a horrible child because I don't want to have this relationship, or I feel this way about my mom.
Right.
When you are putting all these beautiful attributes on my mother that she doesn't deserve. She wasn't that type of mom. But because you had that kind of mom, you think all moms are that way.
Right.
Because we all know as kids, we all have rebelled. We have all done and said crazy shit when we were children.
Oh, 100%.
So we all relate to that experience.
Absolutely.
But not everybody relates to the experience of having a shitty mom. So when you have a great mom, you tend to say, well, I know I was a shitty kid.
Yeah, but my mom is fabulous.
Right. But everyone's been a shitty kid, but not everyone's had a phenomenal mom.
Right.
So Jen, shut the up, B.
Right. I will say though, when they got deeper into the conversation and Brittany called Jackie a deadbeat, I had the same kind of emotion that Jen had at the table. And I think, and again, going back to Brit's, I think that the anger and the hatred.
No, I'm asking why you had that same feeling as Jen.
I had that because Jen was almost taken aback, right? And I've been very open on this platform. Like, I actually am one of those girls who I'm not estranged from my mom.
Okay.
But we're not best friends. We're not holding hands and wearing matching outfits like Shani and her daughters. Yes.
What's your definition of deadbeat?
A deadbeat is a person who has nothing to do with their children, like has done nothing, whether it was financially, whether it was supporting, mentally, spiritually, nothing. You haven't done anything for your child at all, period.
Can I be, and well, I don't even know why I'm asking this because I'm going to just say it. And then if you want me to take it out, I'll take it out. I notice certain things that you do with your girl that I don't do with my girl because I understand this one thing. You are still in a place of, well, I've seen what it looks like when the girl's parents don't show up for them and do the things or like take care of them monetarily and stuff like that. So you feel like because your parents still took care of you, you still had the things, they still provided a life for you.
Yeah.
That you're not like those girls.
This is fair. No, this is fair.
But a deadbeat, you could be a deadbeat and provide because you're a deadbeat emotionally.
This is fair. No, this is fair. No, this is fair.
And I say that to say, so when Brit is saying to her, you're a deadbeat, what I hear is, yeah, you may have put her in all these private schools. You may have given her every pair of shoes.
But you never tucked her in at night.
But you never tucked her in at night. You never poured into her.
Never poured in.
You provided, but you never protected her emotionally.
Okay.
You never did those things.
No. I do see where you're going with
that.
And so
that's what I'm saying in terms
because that is something that I would struggle with, or that I am still dealing with, which is why I'm trying to.
But that is also why you still have that weird. In my opinion, you still have that weird. Like sometimes when I talk to you, when I hear you say certain things about the relationship you have with your mom, and I'm not going into detail, but when I hear the relationship you say that you have with your mom, and then you allow certain things to go on, i.e., when you first moved in, to the new spot, and I'm like,
why didn't I say anything?
In my head, I'm like, well, tell her to go home, and you're like, I don't, and I'm like, oh,
and I've eaten people up for less. Which is
that's
wild.
What I'm saying. That is odd to me.
It is odd. That is so wild. Wow. Ooh, just fried me. But that is so
no,
wild.
I'm not frying you, but no, because it makes sense. I hear it. It's all about perspective.
Keep it real when you No, but that is so true. And then I also try to out-parent. You're out-parenting the parent that you have.
Yes.
Which is why I'm always trying to go above the mountaintops.
Girl. We about to get bombed by Iran, and you like, well, I got to make it to this concert. I got to make it to this. I got to make it to ROTC. So the Leo, right? So the Leo can, bitch, your house look like Brits from Real Housewives of Atlanta. You ain't barely moved in, but yet still you got a house full of kids. I'm confused. Overcompensating. That's how it goes.
I love the kids, y'all. But to say all that. I say all that to say, well, my opinion on the deadbeat comment has been, I retract.
That's the goal. That's not the goal for me to have you retract, but just for you to view it differently.
I just viewed it in a different light. Did. So that was a very interesting lunch, and I was just the entire lunch. Like I said, it was a very quick scene, but it was a lot to
very
dissect.
Impactful. It was very impactful.
There was a lot.
Like I told you. Because I've said that to people. Hey, and excuse my language, but I've said this to people. Hey, bitch, my relationship with my mother is completely different from your relationship with your mother. Let me have my relationship with my mother. Yeah. You can't tell me how to treat my mother.
Yeah.
I will beat your face.
I've gotten into shit with people over that. No, let me speak, and we agree to disagree.
Right. But no. I'm not even agreeing to disagree with you about my relationship with my mother.
This is fair. I can say what I want.
Which is why in this moment, I never said this to you until like you gave me a reason to say it.
This is fair.
To you, it's like, all right, well, I picked up on these things between what's going on with y'all. But hearing you say, I just don't want you to feel like you're the wrong one. Because no matter what, you're still the child. You are always the child.
This is
when it comes to that dynamic.
This is
Girl, welcome to The Quiet Storm, the Poe Theories, and just Danielle G's Quiet Storm of therapy of motherless children.
I was going to say, and breaking generational curses.
Breaking generational curses. Hold on, child. I got a potty. God damn it.
Oh, my God. Would you drink a beer, child?
Girl, I don't know.
What is wrong with you, girl?
You want to gag?
Gag me, Monique.
Why was I just in the bathroom peeing and my earring fell out in the toilet and I had to go in the toilet and grab my earring?
Oh, my God.
It's not in my ear. Jesus.
Look, girl, look. Well, the who don't exist no more, so can't nobody call the people on you.
Oh, well. So go ahead.
So we come into January 7, 2025, right? The California Palisades fire, Pacific Palisades fire, that was devastating, obviously, to the entire state of California. We see Shani with her husband. We get a glimpse of Brandi on the phone with her estranged husband and wherever he is in the world.
Or whoever he's with.
Because, and we'll get to that at another point. So we'll pin that. What was that?
Girl, I don't even know. Who knows, child? But go ahead.
So So now we get to Brandi and Evelyn shopping for crystals, which quickly escalated
I didn't
when
understand that.
rehashing Vegas.
Honestly, I have not been on Brandy's side this whole show, but I was on Brandy's side in this scene.
Well, yeah. But we all know that Evelyn has had
on Shawnee
and has been playing this non-factor ride for forever and a day.
Trying to be Lanithia Leaks of Basketball Wives, and it's not landing.
Basically has been right. And her only claim to fame is this show and has never been a wife.
Well, I wouldn't even because let's be clear. We could say that Nene's claim to fame is Real Housewives of Atlanta, but the way that Lanithia Leaks has parlayed that is something
Nene
that
is a brand, though.
Fair,
Lozada is not a brand.
Fair, because okay,
that ain't a brand.
But actually, we don't even have to compare.
Yeah, we don't even have to compare.
We don't have to compare Nene to Evelyn to Nene.
Right.
We can say Tammy. Tammy is a brand.
Tammy's a brand.
Tammy is in movies, TV shows, multiple TV shows at the same time. Tammy is a brand.
Shawnee is a brand.
Shawnee's a brand. Correct. Yeah. Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
So, Evelyn starts off the rip with saying, you've been on Gen City since you got back. Brandi is going back and forth with her saying, you didn't even have my back with the whole Shawnee situation and the finger in the face. I still don't get that situation.
Whose side are you on in the finger in the face?
I don't think her finger was in her face.
I thought she was being cute. Because honestly, I felt like in my mind, I feel like I would walk up to you and be like, what you got a problem with? Like, I didn't feel that.
I did not get, she was like this on the temple. That's
you know what it gave me? It gave me that, oh, don't do that to Sean. Oh, no. You know what it gave me? We're not going to say their names, but it gave us C at our job. How we interact with C at work. And everybody be looking at us like, oh my God.
Oh my God.
Talking to her like that. That's what it gave me.
Yeah.
Shawnee is our C at work.
Yeah. Yes.
And the girls be gagged because I don't care that she's the C. She a regular person. I'm gonna talk to her like she a regular person.
And I would probably bleep that out.
I'm gonna bleep it out.
But yes, we don't care who she is. I'm gonna talk to you whether you are the janitor or you're the president.
Hello.
So, and I said my dress was acceptable for a Vegas wedding and wore it. And
the bride said it was.
It was 4 people at that wedding anyway.
So why you mad for her? Why you mad for doggy?
So again, so they get into this war of words, right? Back and forth with each other. And Evelyn just kind of almost ends it with, I'm trying to find a fuck to give.
And you know what gags me? And this is the thing. Brandi, that's what you get because Jen told you.
She did tell you.
That's what you get.
Yeah, she did.
For Brandi to be, by the way, my tattoo look good, don't it?
Girl.
But for Brandi to be such a gorgeous, and again, I don't want to be like Carlos King, and then every time they about to critique someone, they always be like, now listen, she's a gorgeous girl. She's a gorgeous girl. Right.
She's fabulous.
Beautiful but Brandi, you are that girl. You're a gorgeous girl. Why are you following in the footsteps of Evelyn, wanting to be so cool and close to Evelyn when Evelyn really low key is not that girl? I always go back to
washed up, sweetie.
Who are we talking about? Like, okay, perfect example, like Shamia. When Shamia on Real Housewives of Atlanta was trying to drag Drew, and it's like, pull up your resume against Drew's. And when you say, when I bring up Drew, no one knows Drew. The people you know don't know Drew, but the people that matter, right. The people that's in the studios, the people, because last time I checked, Drew, anywho, but you get what I'm saying, sis.
Right. But that's why I thought that was weird. I mean, the crazy thing about it is Evelyn thought she ate because she's used to overpower and bullying these bitches, basically. So she thought she ate when she said that. So Brandi let her talk, and she was kind of rolling her eyes. And Brandi, as she's exiting the crystal shop, she asked the worker who was burning the sage, do they have crystals for Delulu people?
Hello?
The lady said maybe. That was
You
that
must
was
be
shady. She said maybe, and
delusional.
I was like, oh my God. I was like, bitch,
And
give
she
her the
had a
commission.
little, but she also had like a little blackanese on that tone. Did you catch that? She said my maybe child. I said, what the hell is going on here?
That, what
What
crystal place is that?
what in the honey boo boo mother is this? Girl.
It was very interesting. So then we skip, we see Denise and we see Brittany out there playing with the kids, which I have a question. Where's Brit's son?
Child, fast forward.
And fast forward to that, we have Jen and Jackie at an exercise class. Um, Jackie again was starting her mess randomly as Brandi, where her husband was at.
Did anything even happen in this scene, child?
When Jackie asked that lady where her husband was, and Brandi tried to again make all these excuses up, I just wanted to see what she was going to say.
Child. Next.
Um, but then, so then they move on. So they're still kind of chit chatting. But then I also thought it was weird that Brittany asked the ladies, did they think that she was rude because Evelyn said she was rude? Who gives a shit what Evelyn said? But also,
Again,
you
putting Evelyn on a pedestal. Like, why?
again, and you asking these two bimbos that are doing an exercising class with you, are you rude? Why would they say yes, girl?
Right.
Why would they say yes? So you were asking a question that you were never going to get the right answer to. So that I thought that that was a little interesting. But then Brady, and you just said it though, but you just said it. You said again, putting Evelyn on a pedestal. Well, Brandy goes to say, yeah, if you're not riding Evelyn's coattail, she starts acting funny. And Jackie then comes back and says, welcome to the party. But again, duh. She's always been this person from the very first season of Basketball Wives.
She's always been that person, and I feel like the only person that she tried to do that with and it didn't work, she didn't kiss the ring at all. But she was like, all right, I can't sun her, and she's not gonna give me a lot. And of course, that was another Leo, and that's Malaysia. Like Malaysia.
Oh, Malaysia never played.
If y'all want to know Poe theory from a reality standpoint, there's 3 people that I always say that I am.
Give it to me.
I am Candace Dillard from Real Housewives of Potomac.
That I concur.
I am Malaysia Pargo from Basketball Wives.
That's a good one.
And my other person, I don't even know I want to say this person because then they go drag
Wait,
me.
because I want to do mine now. Wait.
I'm Portia.
That's nasty, but also very on track. That's
Yeah.
very nasty. I would actually.
Oh, wait. And my friend of is Candy.
Interesting.
Yeah, my friend of is Candy.
I would actually be Black Dolores from New Jersey.
Okay.
Nene Leakes.
Okay.
And then my third, honestly, to be honest, I would say
it better be who I think it is. It better be. Go ahead.
I'm going Miami. Why? Who are you? Wait. Why? Who are you? Well, I could have went Potomac, but I can't. I don't want to be judged by her.
It's not in Potomac. But
I don't want to be judged by her. But before the DUI, in my next life, it would have been Karen. But
oh no,
I can't. That's
You're Teresa all day.
I would say I was gonna say Teresa.
Yeah,
would be Teresa and day. friend of. I would actually be a Marisol Alexia hybrid.
Okay. I'm not mad at that.
So yeah, that was a random guys in a crossover.
Right. What I was gonna say was because after this part, it's just when they're doing the donations, right? No, we still got to do the conversation with Shani and Evelyn. So let's do that real quick.
Well, right. So we get to see Shanice and Shani meet for the first time. Was that not odd to you?
That was so odd to me.
Was that not odd?
That was very odd to me. I was shocked by that. I was shocked. Like, how
When
you?
she
Are you
said for the
shocked?
first time, and I literally put in quotations, shocking.
Right.
um, she jumps right into the conversation with talking about, because they were talking about the charity, and Evelyn is putting together this fabulous and working with a great cause with the victims of the wildfire, and Miss Shanny comes right out the gate holding a damn baby, saying, "Well, is my mom coming?"
Hello.
Okay. Okay, so they're having this conversation while putting together care packages, um, and and still talking about the Jackie, Brittany, and Shawnee tobacco.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was weird that she was at
Shanny,
who Shanny. Oh, I keep saying
you
Shawney.
you you gonna Shawnee the
Shanny.
hell out of that little
I'm gonna
girl?
have to.
But go
She. I'm
ahead.
a. I'm a. You know. Y'all know I ain't good with names, child. Look. But I thought that was interesting that she was almost looking for Evelyn like as this older shoulder to cry on. Like she was really listening to her every word. Um, I don't know.
I feel like that is safe for her to do because the way that Shawnee treats Shanny, I
Mm,
trust Evelyn with Shanny. I think
mm.
Evelyn will continue to look at Shanny as a child and not use
Not weaponize that against.
it.
Okay.
So I'm okay with her
Mm,
jumping in because
okay.
I feel like that's the thing that will be the line that is crossed for Shawnee with Evelyn if Evelyn tries to use Shanny against Jackie at any point. I feel like that
Which
would be a bridge too far for Shawnee.
and again, I still, but Evelyn made a comment at the end of the episode that I did not like. That
What
was
was
geared
that?
towards that.
Cool.
And we'll pin what we just talked about. But Evelyn says, her exact words were to Ty, because Ty brought it up. And Evelyn goes on to say, I can have a conversation with Jackie, but she's put so much hurt on her daughter. I think
Mm-hmm.
it's weird.
Mm-hmm.
So right there, I think she's not friends enough with Jackie and the daughter to step in that boundary. Unfortunately, Shanny has put her in this box now where she feels as though she can speak on the relationship in more depth. Are you agreeing or you're disagreeing?
I think Shanny is being the daughter, and
Mm,
just I think. Well, okay. So one of the things that I had to work on was in relation to or certain triggers that I had was always feeling the need to have like I need you to be on my side and you need to understand where I'm coming from. If you don't understand where I'm coming
mm-hmm.
from, you're not on my side and just feeling the need to be understood. And I feel like that's what Shanny's doing in this moment. The person that was always supposed to be your number one and have your back, when that person isn't doing that for you, like your mom is supposed to always be your number one, like protector. And I
Mm,
think what did Tyler Perry say? The first weapon I ever held was my mother's hand. And basically
mm,
what that exemplifies is that like, your mom is supposed to protect and have your
mm,
back and things like that. And I think when you grow up and you don't feel that type of support, you tend
yeah.
to find the need for the support and the care is so important. And I think that's
Hmm.
what Shanny is exemplifying here.
No, that's fair. No, that's a fair point. No, that's a fair point. So we get to the final scene with the ladies. They show up to the wildfire event. Um, it's Ty, it's Denise, Evelyn obviously is there orchestrating things. And then Jackie
Mm-hmm.
pulls up. Brittany was coming in hot in her confessionals, honey. I was like, girl, well, she was saying Jackie is all bark, are all bark and no bite, and she does both, and blah 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 blah. Honestly, baby, my money is still on Jackie Christie.
For me, this is where Brit lost me. After a while, you got to recognize that you are allowing your own trauma to take effect into somebody else's mother-daughter relationship.
This whole scene.
I was a Brit until the scene.
Yeah, this whole scene was like she was She was so negative. You could see her foaming.
So loud. Yeah.
You could see her foaming from the mouth at the hatred that she has for her mother. Like she has
Mm-hmm.
some deep, deep, deep rooted
Deep
issues.
seated. Yeah. Some deep rooted.
Very, 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 and very
Child,
much
she
so.
doing them both. She doing
She
them
doing
both.
them both. Yeah, no. And I thought that was a little strange that she went off the deep end with that. And Jackie kind of says it like she thought that not inviting Jen to a charity event was distasteful, which honestly, I actually agree with Jackie.
I disagree.
I think listen, in this world, in this reality TV world where there are always these beefs that are created and they kind of prolong each other when they were just a simple mishap, but they kind of just lived
Mm-hmm.
forever. I think that they're not so much of enemies to where they're still filming in the same room and they can be in a damn restaurant together, but they can't come together for a charity event. And I
That
think
could be
that's where I
true,
was
but at
coming
the
from.
same time, they don't. I don't think they can though.
But they were just in the same place with each other last episode.
Yeah, and they were arguing, going back and forth.
They were.
But
But
you
I
don't do
think
that. But you don't even want to do that at like something
at an
as
event.
big of a
I get
deal.
you.
No, but like says as what that was, where everybody's losing their home. Could you imagine the press? I don't even think VH1 would allow
Yeah.
that to
Yeah.
allow
Yeah.
that to
Yeah.
happen,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
even air it. Like that would just be so ghetto to see. These people have
Yeah,
lost
that's
their
fair.
homes, and y'all are out here trying to make a show. That's
That's
yuck.
fair. Yeah. No, distasteful. No, that's fair. That's fair. The ladies seemingly work in pairs, right, for volunteer day. So it's Ty and Jackie and Denise and Brit. Jackie starts speaking and she starts to say that, I really don't have a problem with Brittany, but it's that other one that I don't really care for, which is Denise.
Which is crazy because Denise barely did anything or said anything. Denise asked very pertinent questions, but I think for Jackie's issue, it's very easy. Jackie is able to guide the conversation in a certain type of way because she understands, oh, Britt had a mom like me. So, this is easy. She's like Shani. I can run her like my own daughter. That's easy. But Denise is asking and speaking to me in a way that I can't win. And Denise is going to put my business out there. She's going to take me to a place. She's going to piss me off. So that's why she has more of an issue with Denise than she has with Brittany, because she can control Brittany, even though Brittany doesn't feel like she's being controlled. She is. Jackie's going to control how you come at her.
Well, because Jackie's playing my game. So what you just said. She's using that girl's trauma with her own mom and weaponizing against her. Basically,
Facts.
and still patting her on the shoulder like, little baby, relax, sweetie. She's still like, relax, little girl, essentially.
Little tink tink.
Yeah, basically. And
but were you gagged? Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go.
No. What were you gonna say?
Were you gagged that when when Jackie finally left, they said that she was only there for 30 minutes?
So literally the first thing that I was actually going to say, I said, so Jackie quickly leaves the event, but also in 30 minutes. Wow.
It felt like she was there the whole time, to the point before they said in the confessional that she was there for 30 minutes. I thought they were dragging it in terms of, because before they said the 30 minutes, Evelyn said Jackie left. Like, oh my God, I can't believe she left. And I'm like, but she was there the whole time. Like, what are you talking about? She left. Yeah. It was like Jackie left and then y'all sat down to eat.
Basically, that's what I thought.
Right. But then when she said 30 minutes, I said, well, damn, we're not 30 minutes. Do you know you only got 30 minutes? Crazy.
So the girls sit down for a little snacky snack, right? And Ty says, she comes out, and this is the first time that Ty's actually been vocal about this entire situation, because she was there for the entire thing. So Ty comes out and says, listen, I think Brittany and Jackie need to have a conversation, and Evelyn, you need to get in that conversation as well. And she says, of course she left. She said, I think it's weird that these ladies thought that she was going to stay even longer with all this weird ass energy around.
Right.
Which is fair, but also playing devil's advocate, when you play big dog like Jackie does, you shouldn't care who the hell is in the room. I'm gonna say regardless. You don't like me? But I'm staying till the lights come on.
I think Jackie is going to continue to do that this season because it involves her daughter, and she knows she can't win with that. And she knows how bad she's going to look.
Yeah, 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 yeah. And just going back to the conversation that we said before that I thought, and Evelyn says to Ty, well, yeah, I can have a conversation with her. But again, she still says, I think I don't like the way that she's treated her daughter and weird.
Mm-hmm.
And
Agreed.
and again, but you're weird, sweetie. So and
Weird.
weird. And that is the end of the Basketball Wives newest episode. So now it is time for our favorite part of the day, which is
Everybody, just calm down.
Girl, just calm down. So for me, who needs to calm down? It's gonna be Brit for me. Only because of that last scene. You can't be more mad than the person that's actually involved. If you, especially for a person that understands how a fraught mother-daughter relationship could be, you should understand that like your situation is not their situation, and yes, it may look the same. Understand your place, and I understand that Shani is not really doing the things that needs to be done in terms of like putting you in your place, because again, when you are a person that felt like you were never supported, or no, like the person most important to you that you came out of doesn't have your back, you tend to claw and want support so bad that you'll take it from anywhere, even though it may not even be the best place to get that support. I'm speaking from experience. That used to be me. And so, yeah, I'm gonna say Brit. Know your place. Only go so far. You just met Shani this season.
Yeah. So I'm actually torn between Brit. So it would have been Brit. It would have been Brit for me, honestly. From just in general of her talking about her mom, the experience with her mother and Jackie. So it's always that's definitely gonna be Brit, because like you said, just to piggyback off what you said, you can't let your own traumas be based off of someone else's.
Facts.
And so that's where the buck stops with me with Brittany. But then it's also gonna be a shared. You guys are gonna get a shared trophy today, guys. Evelyn's gonna be you. Because again, it's because of your last statement that you made. And again, just because you have the relationship that you have with your daughter doesn't mean you can kick Jackie and how she raised her daughter. So it's kind of the circle of life going on here. So you getting it the same reason. Yeah. So sorry, you guys are sharing the trophy.
Can we also give a honorable mention? Someone that has been chosen every episode but has not been chosen this episode. Brandi, I just want to say congratulations. This is your first episode of not being told to calm down. Good job, Brandi.
Good job.
And we're
you
here for
great.
you.
And you look great.
Phenomenal. That blonde hair, she looked good. She looked good.
That little shortcut. The only thing is, sweetie, I just sign a divorce papers. But that's it. Other than that, girl, California, you was married over 10 years. You're going to get half anyway, girl. Just divorce him.
No,
Holla
fair.
at me, girl. I know a great attorney.
LOLs.
Well, guys, thank you guys for tuning in. For tuning in. Thank you guys for joining in today. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, and comment on our video. Thank you guys. Bye.
Peace.
Okay.